What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hippie's favorite nerd. Today we're looking at Igear's Beachcomber. I forget what his Igear name is. And he comes in dune buggy mode. Rolls phenomenally well. He immediately, the thing that strikes you about him that's wrong is the color. Here's my G1 Beachcomber, and as you can see, I mean the blues are just way off, and that was kind of the problem with this Igear badge. They just couldn't get the colors right. I don't know what they were thinking. Even my kids know the difference between the colors.
What are you playing with?
Beachcomber.
Are you sure?
Yeah, why?
Because he looks like a Smurf.
He doesn't look like a Smurf. He looks like Beachcomber. Well, he's close enough.
It's good enough for you, but it's not good enough for me.
The cool thing is that he's got this the gun kind of fits up here, and it clips on, to this dune buggy bar, and it's a good fit, and then you can articulate it a little bit, and it doesn't look out of place. It doesn't look forced. And they included this little flower bit. It's like an extra piece of plastic that can go in here and kind of represents the character well, and that's pretty cool. I'm into that kind of stuff. So let's get him transformed. It's pretty simple. These the front bars you push up. Take the gun off, of course. It's free comic book day. I'm a little bummed. I gotta stay in. I got the kids today, but anyway, flip the legs down. And now, you've pretty much got them. Slide the arms out, if they'll come. Tight joint. Forearms out. This one, I had to work on that one. It's a little too tight. And this kind of uses that same exact technology that the Igear, or engineering rather, that the Igear gears used, which this slide out with these little riveted pieces. I'm not a big fan of that. This bit you just flip up, back there, turn the head around, and if I can, there it is. And then you kind of got to position these. You kind of got to position these in a way that just doesn't bother you, because that's kind of where the trouble is in Paradise. Ugh, that looks really bad. But anyway, it's not too hateful on a shelf in the back or something. But there you go. I don't know why this bothers me so much. Ooh, I just don't like that look. I don't like the shoulders. So real quick, head articulation is on a ball joint at the neck, which gives you a little bit more of a range of motion, which is nice, as opposed to having it in the head with no hinge below. Face kind of suffers the same problems, just the color throws it off, and then on top of that, the so many rounded edges just kind of give it a gummy look. Arms that are on it hinges here at the shoulder, and then there's like a bicep hinge, and then there's an elbow ball joint, and then nothing at the wrist. Waist, you got a swivel. Hips are on ball joints. Thigh swivel. Knee hinge. And that's what you got. And he was, in my opinion, he was the best of that wave, or that batch, or whatever you want to call it, that Igear put out. And you can kind of pose them to get them to look pretty cool, but it's not the easiest feat. It's the color. There's only one paint app on the face, one paint app on the chest, one paint app on the gun piece, and oh, I guess there's paint app here, and that's it. That's it, and it's just a cheap way out. The plastic doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel as good as like their Ironhide and Ratchet. You know, the Igear Ironhide and Ratchet. Here's the G1. And the G1 was one of my favorite ones as a kid because it was a pretty faithful representation in both modes. But this isn't bad, especially if you're a customizer and you like to throw some paint on figures. Like, you can fix this blue up and he'll be solid as a rock. It's just the light blue that really kills it, and then I'm not crazy about the shoulder joints. But on a shelf or something, you barely notice. There he is next to Igear Sea Spray. There he is next to Igear's Hinch or Brawn. I always get messed up there. But, you know, so he scales nicely. The nice thing about this, like I've said before, is, you know, they scale pretty well with masterpieces. And there's Make Toys Gears. And there's Igear's Ironhide. And, you know, he scales pretty well with classics. He scales pretty well with masterpieces. He's not hateful. If you can get him for $40 or something, which is what I paid, he's worth it. He's fair. It's just, if this blue was this blue, that's what eats him alive. He's not terrible. He's just not great. So, if you're on the fence about him, I mean, he's been out for a long time. I should have some new stuff coming soon, just waiting for it to come in stock and then ship out to me. But in the meantime, I got to keep going through the old catalog. So, I'll be back Wednesday. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.